Hello, this is Michael Beatman with your Gateway FS weekly wrap up for Friday, January 13th. The second trading week of the year was much better than the first. We did close the week in the green and back up to where we were back around Christmas time just a few short weeks ago. That was bolstered by the USDA report. It was a bullish report for corn and beans. We did get wheat seedings, and I'll get that out of the way first. In Illinois, we are planting, at least they're saying, we are planting 940,000 acres of winter wheat. That's up 45% or 290,000 acres over last year's seedings. So I guess part of that might have been as Russia invaded Ukraine, the wheat price crept up over 7 and then over 8 and then 9 and then 10, and pretty profitable crop if we can get those prices to repeat this year. Switching over to corn and beans and sticking with the Illinois yield, for 2022, the average acre in Illinois soybean yield was 63 bushel an acre, and on corn it was 214. So we had in Illinois we had some really good crops last year. Nationally, the average on beans was lowered to 49 and a half. That was off about 0.8 bushel on the soybean yield, again, nationally. And then they increased the corn yield up to 173.3 bushel an acre. They did, the USDA did keep production about the same on the corn side because they lowered harvested acres. The big number that kind of drove the markets was the carryout number or the ending stocks number. So those on both corn and beans, those came down under what analysts were thinking. And on the corn side, we're looking at 1.24 billion bushel carryout. Again, not as bad as some analysts were calling for. And then on the bean side, only 210 million bushel carryout. Again, quite a bit lower than what some of the analysts were thinking. Going into the report, exports had been sagging, and the call was for adding those lackluster exports, those stocks, back into the carryout. And so we thought there was a potential to see like a 1.4 billion bushel corn carryout and up to almost 400 million on the beans. So again, both of those were very good numbers to see, and the market did react. Both corn and beans and wheat had to tag along as well. They were up yesterday, and then there was some follow-through activity today. So as we continue to digest this report and look at stocks numbers, I can tell you that the Mississippi River has improved, and so we are able to, us along with everybody else who puts a barge on the Mississippi, is able to load deeper drafts and therefore hopefully push those export numbers up a little bit, or at least get it down to the Gulf for export. Looking ahead, the forecast isn't great as far as improvements, and we might see some less improvement, I guess I should say, where drafts could go back down. But we are watching that, and there's no real calls for that until the end of the month. So as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to give myself, Adam Parker, or Phil Sally a call at 282-4000. Thank you.